everybody. Kasha McKee here at the Kasha McKee Gallery at the wonderful, incredible Palm Beach Art and Design Showroom. 25,000 square feet of world-class art here in Lake Worth. And today I have an incredible guest on the High Noon Show. Boop. She's a media personality that I met at one of the events here earlier this season. She's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's smart. May I please introduce LORIANN LASALLE. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay. Please.
Any excuse to come back to this beautiful art gallery.
Yeah, you came to a couple of events.
I did. It was so much fun. You guys do a great job.
How did you hear about the event?
So you and I met at Women of Wall Street.
Oh, the Women of Wall Street party. The future is female. That was wonderful.
That was a great weekend.
Wonderful. And the flower series was on display up front.
Up front. Yeah. So I met you at that event, and then
the previous Wall Street, Women of Wall Street, with Jacqueline Milford. Jacqueline, yes,
yeah,
of course.
I was there with BOCA Voice covering.
That's right.
The event. I was doing.
I saw the video recently.
Yes.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Really nice video. Great video.
Yeah, it came out great.
And Jacqueline was here earlier. She was on the show.
I watched that.
Yeah.
Hi,
love
Jacqueline. Well, that's what Women of Wall Street's all about too. Is that it's putting women together.
Yeah.
And to network.
That's right.
Develop friendships, and if
enable each other.
If business comes along the way, great. If it doesn't, it's just nice to support each other.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I wanted to welcome you to High Noon. Boo, boo, boo. May we just discuss real quickly what you are known for in regards to being a media personality?
So I've been running an online publication called the BOCA Voice, and I used to do a What's Cooking segment where I would go around to all the Boca Raton and surrounding area restaurants. And
with this sort of production?
No, it was actually a crew. It's not easy putting on these productions.
No, it's not. It's always
People think
something.
it is, but
it's always
not.
something.
But anyways, I would meet with the owners and the chefs, and I got to taste some really amazing food.
That's a really great way to get your ins at the best restaurants.
Yeah,
Yay.
I mean, it got to the point where all the time I would get texts and DMs and phone calls.
Please come by.
Where do we go this weekend? What's the latest restaurant? Like, I became like a restaurant directory.
It girl. That's wonderful.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. It was so much fun.
You did that for one season or a couple seasons?
And it was a couple years that it went on.
Really?
Yeah.
All year?
Yep.
That's amazing. So how many broadcasts did you do in a week? Was it once a week?
No, it was maybe once a week. It depends. You know, it would vary.
Did you have sponsors?
No.
So it was just, let's just go do it.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, it was a great advertisement for restaurants to get their name out there, especially when they were opening, you know, to market themselves and get their name out. And
may I ask what your favorite cuisine is because of all that experience?
Well, I'm 100% Italian, so my favorite cuisine is Italian.
You're a good girl. Well, you know what? I'm so sorry. I dropped the ball on that because part of our opening tradition here is to have a bevy, and I brought you something French. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I love rosé, so
it is. Summer, and it's refreshing, and
it is.
This is a nice little bottle, Saint Andre from the Appalachians somewhere. So I hope you like it. And
very good.
Rosé all day. That's one of those phrases that.
That's a nice healthy pour there, Kasha.
Oh, come on. I don't like it when they give me like this much.
I know.
Is it what? Really? $20?
Exactly.
No, I don't think so.
No, it's getting bad. The portions are getting smaller and the prices went.
Yeah, there. Look at.
We can thank the pandemic for all that nonsense.
Yes. So, cheers, my love.
Cheers.
Really great to see you again.
Yes.
Yay.
For sure. Yay. Oh, that's nice.
And as an accompaniment, how do you say that in Italian?
I have no idea.
Something to accompany.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish my father spoke fluent Italian, but he never taught any of us.
No
I have
way.
3 siblings.
What?
And
What kind of
it's
Italian
such a beautiful
is he?
language, and I wish I.
Yeah,
I
it's my favorite language in the
So
planet. I tried to
beautiful.
learn it when I was in university, but then you don't. When you don't speak it, there it
No,
goes.
you have to. Yeah.
And Polish is my first
you don't
language
use
as well.
it, you lose it.
So under here, the accompaniment to go with the French rosé is another French little treat. Ba, 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 ba.
Oh,
The
how
petite,
cute are those?
the petite four.
Very
They
nice.
they got a little mushed up on the way here, but they're sensational. So
Okay.
there's a vanilla cake and a chocolate cake,
Okay.
if and when. And thought there were some napkins here. See, where's my production crew? There's always something.
Yes, exactly.
So since you brought up COVID, how was your experience? You said that you learned how to cook.
Yes, so I am the youngest of 4 and the only girl. And so my mother
Wow.
was thrilled when she finally got a girl. And one of the things she always wanted me to do was learn how to cook so she could pass on all of her recipes to me.
So
But
your
I-
mom was authentic,
Yes.
bona fide Italian mama in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
How lovely.
No, it's great. I mean, couldn't get any better than that.
What were
Always
some of
having-
her favorite dishes to make?
Well, she always made the best meatballs ever. To the point that I don't eat meatballs out. Because every time I've tried, it's just nothing
the
comes
same.
even close.
Wow.
And she begged me to learn, and sometimes she would make me stand in the kitchen to learn. I mean, looking back on it now, I wish I would have, but somehow it got into my brain.
Excellent.
So when the pandemic first began, obviously things are closed. You can't go out to eat and things like that.
You
And
stocked up, raced to
I'm
Costco.
like, I think I have to learn how to cook now.
Wow.
I mean, I could cook like little things for my
Yeah.
kids. You know what I mean? Like they weren't as
But
picky.
did you get an actual book, or did you do the online?
online.
All right.
So I started watching things online, and if I had a question, I would Google it, and it would tell you, you know, like I would be like, how long do I cook a steak for? I don't know. I mean, it was a lot of trial and error. And
Did
my
you try
poor
any
kids were the
grilling?
guinea pigs,
Aw.
but they were good sports. They would be like, Mom, don't make that again, or wow, this was really good.
What about the Blue Apron stuff where they send you all the ingredients and tell you how to do it? Did you
yeah,
try
I
that?
didn't do that.
No?
No.
I know a couple of people that opt for that and makes their lives a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, I figured if I'm going to dive in, I want to, I mean, there was nothing to do then.
Okay, so what were some of your first, let's say, how did you enter into cuisine without being intimidated? Because cooking can be very intimidating.
I actually started with the meatballs,
Okay, there you go. Meatballs are easy.
and it took me probably 15 times making them before I got it right.
That's okay.
And I just, every time I just kept, because my mom didn't do, it's not like baking when you're cooking. Baking goes
it's
by a
not
recipe.
precise, yeah.
Everything has to be measured just
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
With Italians, it's like they just take their hands and they go in the cheese and they throw it in, and I'm like, wait a minute, what are you doing?
I cook that way. I'm like, throw in some salt, or grab the salt grinder and I'm grinding away. I'm like, okay, that's enough.
And that was me. I needed a recipe.
Yeah.
And now, as a result of cooking for the last 18 months, and now I'm so comfortable just throwing, now I understand.
Yay, because you're
Because
starting to
you
learn the
know.
portions and the flavors and the
Yes.
what goes together, what doesn't go together. So have you attempted to make your own marinara?
Yes, I have.
How did that go down?
It actually came out very good. Very surprised.
Did you use fresh tomatoes?
I did.
Yes. Yes.
You know, when you have time like
Yeah.
that, when there's nothing but time,
Yeah, that's all technique.
You can do things like that.
All technique. So did you boil them and then put them in the ice and peel them?
Yeah, and then I put them in
Took
the
out the seeds.
blender and
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Good girl.
it was good. And
Mommy and Daddy are proud.
lasagna was the next one I went to.
Excellent.
And it's really good, if I say so myself.
Please tell me, what are in your layers? Because I make lasagna for Scott, for my husband, and he loves it. He's like, this is the best lasagna I've ever had. Every time.
That's so good.
And it's all different every time.
Yeah, so
what are your layers?
I have been gluten-free now for probably, I think this is going on 3 years.
Wonderful. Similar. I try my best to stay away, and it really helps.
Yeah, I mean, I was diagnosed with cancer 6 years ago.
Oh, no.
And then afterwards, I noticed that I was always, I
Survivor.
had gained a lot of weight.
Survivor.
And then,
Yay, yay, yay.
Thank you. I had gained a lot of weight, and I wasn't eating differently.
Was that because of the
and I was
medication or because of the
exercising
illness?
Because of the medication.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand when I would look at pictures. I'm like, why do I look like I'm full of air? I was just
Puffed out.
inflamed all the time.
Wow.
And I kept asking my doctor, I've never been this heavy before. I've never looked this, I don't understand.
Were you gaining water or retaining water, I mean?
No, and he kept saying like, it's just going to take time for your body. And it was like years now, you know, and I joined a survivor group.
Mm-hmm.
And we would talk about things, and I brought it
How
up in one
helpful.
of the chats, and someone said, "Are you gluten-free yet?" And I said, "No. Why? I mean, I'm Italian. I'm pasta, bread, pizza."
How?
Like,
oh, what a nightmare.
right?
Oh, no.
And I was like,
what a curse.
Really? And they're like, "You can't break down gluten anymore, and that's why
So it was
you're
storing.
inflamed." So once I stopped, everything started to go down.
Excellent.
So getting back to the lasagna, so I use gluten-free
Noodles.
but
Yep.
you can use whatever you.
Yeah. Scott can
you
tell the
like.
difference.
Really?
Yeah. He's fussy.
Wow. See, my kids.
He also
sometimes
likes to
they
make
can
his own
tell.
noodles.
It depends on the brand. Sometimes they can tell,
Yeah.
and then they're not happy. So.
When he's in a good mood, he'll bust out the pasta maker.
Oh, that,
And he
there's nothing like
makes-
homemade pasta.
He makes the spaghetti noodle. He's done the fusilli noodle. He does the lasagna noodle. Better get back on that, baby.
Yeah, well, there's nothing better than that. It's
So good,
so
so
much
good.
lighter and everything.
All right, so noodles, gluten-free. Do you cheat on the sauce? Do you make the sauce? Do you have a brand
I
that you
make
think
it.
is amazing?
I make it with tomatoes, fire roasted tomatoes. It stews together. I put in
It's quite a production, I'm sure.
meat, pork. I use in it. I don't eat veal. That's just, I don't like the taste of veal, and it's
So
a personal
you use
choice.
beef and pork in your lasagna? Okay. Do you use feta
and
cheese?
sausage.
And sausage.
Ground sausage.
Yum. We're coming over.
Yeah, it's really good.
Ah.
I mean, I'm going to toot my horn on this because it's really good.
I'm going to call you and say, are you making your lasagna this
I will
week?
make it for you.
Yay.
I have it down to a science
If it's
now.
gluten-free, I'm in. Oh, here's to you. Learning how to cook.
Yeah.
Lots of people learned how to cook during the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, when you're forced into certain things.
Yeah. That's one good thing that people learned how to cook. They also did a lot of renovating, which put the industry into some sort of crazy spiral because we are trying to renovate and our tub is late, our farm doors are late, like everything, the prices of lumber are up, drywall, everything is crazy.
It's nuts.
Yeah. All right, so back to you. You learned how to cook through COVID. When did you get back? Did the media thing and the restaurants in your area in Boca, did they transition to do the takeout? Did you continue with your interviews?
No, so I haven't, someone else had taken over for me in that spot for the cooking. But no, nothing was done during the pandemic.
Yeah, it shut
and I was
down.
still doing the Two Broads from Boca, which is a podcast.
The Two
Vlog.
Broads. That's so funny.
Yeah.
And you're both Italian.
Yes.
So that's why it's acceptable. Otherwise, not so much.
Yes, and my partner, I mean, I'm not doing it anymore right now. I just stopped 2 weeks ago. As
So
a matter
what
of
was
fact.
that
So-
all about?
But my partner was from is from the Bronx, and so she's got, you know, that accent that comes out, and it's
Feisty.
basically, it was her creation, her show, and there was actually another broad before I came on. They parted
There
ways.
was another broad.
There was another broad. They parted ways. I actually was on their show.
Was she from
which
the
is
Bronx
how I
as well?
met- No.
Where was she from?
I don't even know. I don't know. But I had gone on the show,
I love it.
and Amy and I just connected. We
Yay.
just clicked. So
Yeah.
when they separated, she asked me if I wanted to take the spot, and I said, yeah, of course.
What is she doing now?
She's a doctor of nursing practice. So she's been in the hospital and teaching nursing students for
So
many,
the broads
many
are on
years.
the shelf.
No, she's still going to do it, and
Oh,
she's
okay.
going to have guest host, you know, for any near future.
Would
at
she come
least.
here? Do you think
Yeah.
she'd do a fabulous appearance like you?
Of course, you
Yeah?
would love her. Yeah.
Because the 29th is available.
oh, Amy, if you're watching,
Amy! Would you like to be on the high noon show?
yeah, she's a lot of fun. But
I'd love to meet her.
anyway, so that's the story. So that's where the media part
So
of it all comes
the-
in.
2 broads in BOCA. Did that branch into the BOCA voice? Or
No,
was the BOCA voice
completely
first?
Separate. Boca Voice was
First, I mean.
first.
Okay.
But she was doing it with the other person, like simultaneously. They're not together. in any
Yeah,
way.
yeah, I understand that,
Yeah.
but I was just wondering, like, timeline, like,
Yeah.
it sounds pretty busy if you're doing the BOCA voice and the 2 broads at the same time.
Yes, yes, it's busy,
Okay.
but
What
it's
ab-
fun. I mean, you get to meet so many amazing people.
So
like
tell-
you
tell-
doing these interviews, it's like that.
Yeah, I love these interviews. These interviews are so wonderful because I get some really quality time with my guests, and we get to talk about what's going on for the Recovery 2021 summer here in Florida. So let's talk about that. Tell us, what are some of your go-to places in Boca? Happy hour, dinner, and let's say after dinner.
Well, I do love Crazy Uncle Mike's. I don't know if you've ever been there. Crazy
I
Uncle
don't
Mike's?
make it to Boca very often, I'm
Oh, okay.
afraid.
Well, they have some amazing bands.
Where are they? Are they in the Meisner area?
They're right on Federal Highway, just north of. That must be you, because my. She's looking at me like, I told you to shut your phone off. I did. Mine's on silent over there.
Ding!
That's yours.
As always, something.
You even
Look,
went over there to do it.
I did. And you know, look, my light's not even on. What? Oh, dear.
Well,
Okay,
all
so back to the restaurant.
right.
Crazy
So,
Mike's, you call it?
Crazy Uncle Mike's. is
Crazy
great.
Uncle Mike's.
They have a lot.
Seafood?
No, it's a mix, like kind of bar food menu.
Okay. And
Good though.
What's the
Good food.
atmosphere? Is it contemporary? Is it old school?
No, it's like your local neighborhood bar.
Florida bar?
Big.
Is it? Does he have like any theme inside? Is he a collector? Does he collect cars or records or
No.
you know, guys, they like to collect stuff.
Yeah, no.
No
I mean,
theme.
it's not really.
Just sort of show up and
It's kind of a bar feel. I mean, they change certain pieces of furniture every once in a while, so it's very
Is it a restaurant as well?
eclectic. It's a restaurant.
Oh, so the furniture is eclectic, so sort
Yeah.
of loungy.
Some of it.
Okay.
And then it has the brewery big canister right when you walk in the door.
What does he make?
And they make all kinds of beers.
Okay.
But it's full bar. And then they
Okay.
have a huge stage. So
They
have
make their own beer?
It's really known, I think, mostly for the entertainment because they have
Ooh.
it all the time, and
That sounds great.
they have
What
Latin
fun.
night on Tuesday
Really?
nights, and so
On
yeah.
Tuesdays.
Mhm.
Do.
Little salsa dancing.
Latin nights are so much fun. Back in my South Beach days, the Cuban influence. I met this very Cuban gentleman one time, and he took me out and showed me his Cuban life. And I think he took me over to Miami, and we went to a location that was. What happened?
Oh, your video paused because you're low battery.
I'm low battery. No,
Did you not charge the phone before?
I did charge the phone.
Okay, you're good now.
How low do you think will we go? Oh dear.
You know who saved the day? Scott.
Oh, he said.
Call
Did he?
Yeah, he called and he was like, tell Kasha, run over there right now. All right, so we're back.
Oh, thank you.
Well, but we don't know for how long, but we have the backup here. All right, so yeah, he took me to Miami. He took me to a location, and they had this little buffet, and everybody was dancing, and that was how I learned how to, you know, get swung around on the dance floor.
Awesome.
So other than Uncle Mike's, where else do you love do you go to IPIC?
I used to before the pandemic. I haven't been back.
IPIC,
They're
I
open
love
now, though.
IPIC
Yeah.
at Meisner.
IPIC's great. Yeah, the Tansy restaurant there is very good.
Really great, really great.
Meisner Park I enjoy because a lot of the restaurants, I mean, they all have outdoor seating, but a lot of them added even more, like Max's Grill added a bar outside. And Lock Bar I like a lot because I like seafood. So they have fresh oysters and all other kinds of seafood, and there's live music. Any place that has live music.
You like live
I'm in.
music? Yeah. What's your favorite music of choice? Are you a rock and roll girl? Or?
I love rock and roll.
Yeah, me too. Love rock and roll. So, disclaimer on this one-woman production. Just in case we go paused and the battery runs out on the cell, I do have a backup B-roll happening. So if we go down, the backup will keep rolling.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Show
yeah.
it later.
So I'm sorry there's gluten in these little petite fours, but they are delicious.
It's okay. I don't eat dessert.
You don't eat dessert at all?
Ever.
Well, no wonder.
Ever.
Ever.
Not my thing.
No ice cream, no cookies.
No, people always got offended, like, you're not going to
No
eat my
pudding.
birthday cake. I'm like, I don't eat cake.
What's a famous Italian dessert?
Probably tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
Cannolis.
Yes.
None of it.
None of it.
Can't. It's like
You're amazing.
It's like when it hits my teeth, it hurts my. It's just bizarre.
Is it the sweet?
Yeah. Don't like
You
sweet.
do have a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Like, wow, stellar.
Thank you.
All right, what else can we talk about? What's going on for you this summer?
So,
Exciting,
well,
exciting?
I just want everyone to know that I ended up bringing my daughter back here. My daughter's an artist,
Yes, she is.
and I wanted her to
Lovely.
meet Kasha. Because after I met Kasha and came to an event, and I saw all of her amazing artwork, I mentioned it to my daughter, and I brought her back. to
Did it
that other
inspire her?
event. It did. I mean, she loved being here. And I actually think she's transitioning more now toward, you know, she was thinking about medical school. And now she's like,
She's
I think I
feeling
want to
her.
go to the art.
Oh, isn't that lovely? She's
Yeah.
18.
17.
Oh, 17. Almost 18.
No, don't remind me.
Sorry. I know how you feel. My nephew, who was so adorable, he was on my chest when he first came home from the hospital, and we fell asleep together on the sofa, and he just turned 14.
It goes by
Wow.
really fast.
Meow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
darn.
know. I'm
All
going to
right,
be
so
an
you-
empty
you're-
nester next year.
What does that mean?
It means both my kids are gone. I'm going to be alone.
Oh my goodness. Do you have any
crazy.
pets?
I have a cat.
Okay. I like cats.
I had dogs always.
Mm-hmm.
But after my last dog passed away, my daughter said, I want another dog. I said, I don't need another job. And you didn't take care of the other dogs. So somehow we ended up with a cat and then found out she was allergic to the cat. So we had never had cats before. But now I
She was
adore the cat.
allergic to the cat. Oh, that's
So the
nice.
cat stays
What kind
with
of
me.
cat is it?
Black and white, I don't know.
right.
I
Did-
went
did-
to the Humane Society and adopted her.
Oh,
She's
God
so
bless.
cute.
God bless. That's great.
She's great.
All right, so why don't we talk about some self-preservation, anti-aging, you know, like you get to a certain time and we need to sort of up our game. What do you do to stay so beautiful?
Well, thank you.
Yes.
And a lot of it is genetics. My mother had beautiful skin. I mean, she did. She really,
Beautiful
Oh.
hair.
just her skin always, and from a young age, she said to me, get monthly facials.
Really? So you go to get facials or you do your own?
Now I'm doing my own. You know, pandemic again, a lot of these things you learn to do
Right.
on your own because
Exactly.
there's no other option.
So are you buying them or are you making them?
Making them.
Tell me, what do you do?
It depends. Again, you can Google this, which is what I did. And then I just went out and found the ingredients. And it's trial and error because sometimes some of things, I have sensitive skin. So like I find that the rose water works really well for me. Vitamin C serums.
Organic rose water.
Yeah. vitamin C serums, 100% believe in that for brightness, and it doesn't
Agreed.
dry you out. And it depends on your climate too, where you live. I mean, here we're very humid.
I use it,
So-
believe it or not, I'm in love with the Neutrogena gel cream.
Oh,
It's so light, my skin loves it. And because your skin is so fussy, it takes a long time to figure out what you can and cannot use. And so the product by Neutrogena is sensational. It's nice and light. The
nice.
skin just goes. And I also use the rose water, but I add a little bit of tea tree oil.
oh, I've heard that. I haven't tried that
And I
yet.
use that at nighttime only.
Okay.
After I do the mineral cleanser and take
Yeah,
off the
anything
makeup,
with
blah,
the
blah, blah.
hyaluronic acid too is good. I mean, because as you age, a lot of changes happen.
I'm so hot. I'm so hot. I'm melting. Why are the inside of my
Yeah,
elbows
good
wet?
times, good times. So, as your life and body and everything changes,
For us
you need to
gorgeous
change with it.
ladies. Yes, ma'am. Do you-
Also, hydrofacials I like, but those you have to get done out.
yeah, for sure. I've never
That's
had
very
one of
good
them,
for
but I
your
hear
skin.
wonderful things about them.
Yeah, because it brings the moisture back because you tend to dry.
Okay, yeah, I got a little dryness here.
Yeah,
Do you stay out of the sun?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the sun, but I'm fully protected.
Likewise,
Ah,
the sun and I,
sun-
our
sunblock.
romance is over. I've noticed there's some little
Oh,
bit
I
of
have tons. of
pigment
sun damage.
changes, and
Yeah.
when you go to see how to fix it with the lasers, it's $800, $1,000, $2,000. You have to stay out of the sun for 2 weeks, go in, and then there's like quite a recovery. But then after that, you're amazing.
Yeah.
But living in Florida, it's hard.
No,
it's hard
very
to stay out of the
I
sun.
mean, I was born and raised here in Fort Lauderdale, actually.
Hey,
And
native.
yes, I
Woo.
am. And I used to lay on the beach with baby oil and anything else I could get my hands on, and just would roast.
With
we
the
would roast our
Italian skin, you
bodies.
must have been
It'd be like so dark,
wow.
but I have sun damage from it.
Yeah. Yeah, here in your chest
Oh,
and
tons.
neck. And
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Everywhere.
So, back to your go-tos. You started with Crazy Uncle Mike's.
Yes.
Where
I
else
mean,
do you absolutely love to go and have so much fun?
Well, Boca Raton obviously is beautiful, and there's a lot of amazing restaurants. There's a lot of great steakhouses, Abe and Louie's, New York Prime, Chops. I love Trattoria Romana. Excellent Italian food if you want to have Italian.
Do they have
out.
gluten-free options?
They do.
Good, good, good.
They do,
Thank
and they have
goodness.
probably the best eggplant pie that you'll ever have in your life.
Hold on, eggplant pie?
Pie.
Not
Very
eggplant parmesan.
Thin layers of eggplant. It's delicious.
Wow. Is there breadcrumbs?
No
Cheese.
cheese.
You eat cheese.
And they make they'll make a gluten-free option. You could have a regular.
You eat cheese?
I do.
Cheese is tough.
I gave up cheese at the same time I learned about the gluten.
Cheese
and
is tough to get
then
away from.
I slowly incorporated it back because
It's hard.
It was too much to give up,
It's
especially when you're
hard.
drinking wine. You want to have
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
charcuterie board.
Yeah, well, I was tempted to get you some grapes and some cheese, but I got you the petite fours that you can't eat. But I'm sure Angelica would love these.
Yeah, take them home to your hubby. He'll eat it.
You'll be home tomorrow. Okay, so what about locally here in Lake Worth and or Palm Beach? When you come up here, where do you like to go?
So
The island?
I absolutely love Palm Beach. I think it's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I love the people there.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Ben.
The Ben is lovely. The
rooftop
Yeah,
is
stellar.
so
What a
nice.
contribution to
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good food. It's
Agreed.
an amazing view.
Yeah.
It's just the whole hotel is just
Have
really
you
cool.
seen the hamburger?
No. It's a
The
huge.
hamburger. There is no way that I would ever order this
Oh,
monster.
wow.
But
Oh my gosh.
if you are a hamburger person, you must get it at the
Okay.
Ben.
All right. What else in Palm Beach? There's so many places.
Elizabethas.
Yes, I haven't been to the new one yet. I haven't been. I've been to the one in
They
Del
are
Rey.
busy.
I bet. It looks really
Busy.
nice.
And it's big,
Yeah,
jammed.
it is. I love.
They have the little like happy hour
what's
around
the
the
other
bar.
one?
Good luck.
Restoration Hardware. I love.
Me too. No
Another
way.
good
Can we go there
spot.
together?
Yes.
That's one of that secret spots of mine. Yeah, I make my random appearances there.
Yeah.
Love it there.
The atmosphere is so
It's so
incredible.
beautiful
Yeah,
and amazing. That is another gem.
it
I'm glad you
is.
mentioned that.
Yeah. And I like St. Ambrose for brunch.
St. Ambrose, of course, Italian.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. You know,
Another cute little.
for the life of
atmosphere.
me, I don't know why. St. Ambrose, it's an Italian place with a French name.
You're right.
So it was very confusing to me
Yeah.
for a long time. And then, you know, after I realized that it was an Italian place, I was like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
But so classy. So and they
Very.
make their own rosé.
They do. I
Yes,
didn't
they
know
do.
that.
They bring in their own rosé.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Shall we
Great
go
spot.
there together another time?
Yeah, I would love
I would
it.
love that.
There's so many great, you know, there's so many more options in Palm Beach for outdoor dining than
Right.
there is in Boca, unfortunately.
Do you do any old school dining on Palm Beach Island, like Taboo?
Oh yeah, beach.
Right?
Yeah.
Beach. Taboo is, the owner is hilarious.
And it's such a cool vibe in
He,
there.
he has his spot at the end of the bar, his seat, his spot, and he's there at the same time every day.
No, it's just, I mean, how pretty is it when you're walking around there?
It's gorgeous.
With all the bougainvillea on the
It-
streets.
it's hard
and,
to
I
beat.
mean,
It's more beautiful than Beverly Hills.
so pretty.
Yeah, Palm Beach is special,
It is.
very special.
Yeah.
Well, since you don't eat dessert, we can't really hit on that. But what about physical wellness? Do you do yoga? Do you have a mirror? Do you do
No,
the
but those
Pilates?
mirrors look really cool, don't
They
they?
do, don't they?
I really like that.
Yeah. What was the Peloton, the bike?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I
No?
I used to do cycling classes years ago, and you just after a
spin
while,
ones,
you get
you mean?
tired. Yeah,
I don't like the spin classes.
I just got tired
many
of
people.
it. Too many people.
Too many people, too close, and sitting on the same seat. and-
Uh-oh, are we out of juice again?
Yeah, it's okay. We're still rolling. We are still rolling. We're B-rolling. We're
and
B-roll girls.
I do
Hold on.
like yoga.
Boca. No, excuse me. Hold on. We are B-roll broads.
Okay. B-roll broads.
Angelica, you're awesome. And look, we have some petite force for
Yes, would you like one?
you. Dun, dun, dun. Whoa,
Uh-oh.
you do. This will help your hangover.
No, it's okay.
She's hungover.
Friend was in town. We had too much.
Oh, very
Aw, she's
good.
so
Very
lovely.
good.
Well, my love, summer 2021, it's the recovery summer. Do you know of any new places that have popped up?
Yes, actually, a place just opened recently in June, I believe, Sea Spray. So
What's that?
that's in the hotel in Boca. It's the only waterfront dining restaurant
Hold on,
in
the
Boca.
hotel in Boca. Is that the hotel, the resort?
Waterstone.
Oh, Waterstone.
Yeah.
Okay, I've not been there.
So Sea Spray is the name of the restaurant, and you can dock and dine. So you can pull in with your
Yay.
boat.
We have a boat.
Have a little
We have a destination to go to. Boca's kind of far, though,
It is far.
on a boat from here,
Well, yeah, if you go
the
ocean,
Intercoastal.
go out in the ocean.
Yeah. We have like a 21-foot Grady White.
Yeah.
It has to be absolutely flat
Flat.
to be on the ocean. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah,
I do not
exactly.
enjoy that.
No.
And in the Intercoastal, the furthest or the farthest we would go would be Delray.
Yeah. Del Rey's great. I love the Ave.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of great action on there. You would never know COVID was going on in Del Rey at all.
Ever?
Ever. Ever.
Delray is very busy.
Very busy.
Parking's a bitch.
It's bad.
Yeah.
But they just opened that marketplace a couple of months ago, which is a
I haven't been.
really
Is it
cool-
great?
It's,
You like
it's
it?
cool. You know, it's kind of like a big food hall,
Okay.
but you can kind of walk around.
Similar
and mingle
to
and
the
get
warehouse
drinks.
district sort of marketplace here. Have you been to that one?
No, what's
Yeah,
that?
there's a warehouse district in West Palm, very trendy. There's distilleries and my storage is there. but there's a
Ah.
food hall concept.
cool.
Yeah, it is very cool. So that's interesting.
Yeah,
And
I
there's
like
an
it.
iPick in Delray.
Yes, my son actually is working there right now.
I like.
For the
We love
summer.
iPick. iPick is great.
It is
I
great.
get my little blanket,
Uh-huh.
the lazy boy.
Yeah, but there's a lot of great
Service.
spots. There's Cut 432 on there. There's Via Elizabethas. There's Rocco's. There's El Camino.
What about Salt?
City Oyster Salt.
Salt. What a
Salt's
meat market.
hangout. You think?
I walked into
And
Salt.
there's a lot of older men preying on very young women in Salt.
I don't know if it was the first time, second time I went to Salt. I went to meet a girlfriend, and I arrived first. So I walk in, and it's not like I haven't walked through a million bars and clubs and locations by myself before. So I walk in, doobie 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 doo, all eyes.
Yeah.
It was almost like I was Velcro or
Yeah.
something.
100%.
Walked in, walked around, walked out.
Yeah. It's quite the scene in there.
Quite the scene. Great, great. Well, look, I want to thank you so much for making the time to drive from Boca to be on High Noon.
Yes.
Thank
I
you
love
for
it. Thank
sharing
you for having
your
me.
tips and your spots and the places to go locally and when you make it down to Boca. I will definitely ask Scott if he'd like to go check out Crazy Uncle Mike's. That sounds fun.
Yeah, there's a particular band there. They played last night actually called Crazy Train that I love.
Hey.
So it's a lot of that rock and roll. And
Yay.
he's amazing. The singer sounds
Text me.
exactly.
Kasha, Crazy Train.
So next time they're
Kasha,
there,
Crazy
we'll
Uncle
go.
Mike's. Kasha, San Ambrose. Kasha, Taboo. I'm there.
All right, good.
So that wraps up another fabulous week here at High Noon at the KASHA McKee Gallery. By the way, which of my work is your favorite? I don't know which one. If you could pick one and
There's
take it home,
so
which one would it be?
many, But I always lean towards the purple or the white one that you have in the front.
The roses? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was moved to front and
I
center.
saw.
Yeah.
When I walked in,
and a
I was
little,
like,
yay, yeah. So you like
Yeah.
the flower
I
puzzle
do.
series,
I do.
which can also be hung horizontally.
But I also like the black and white elephant.
The elephants, they're up front too
They're
now.
up front.
Whoop, whoop.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we need some big walls
Yeah.
in some beautiful homes. All right, my love, let's wrap it up.
Thank you.
We'll have another little toast.
Cheers.
God bless. All the best in the future and all of your endeavors. And
Thank you.
let's try and get Amy on the show.
Yes,
Bop,
for
bop.
sure. Bye.
So next week we have another whole lineup of incredible, fabulous local personalities that will be here. Look for all of the social media. Where are you going?
Oh, I thought you wanted me to leave.
Look across all my social media platforms for the set list and for the daily announcements. And tune in when you can. And if you can't, then there'll always be the archive on my website, KASHAMcKee.com. All right, so see you next week.
The music is moving.